Hey everybody out there, my name is Bob Orci. Along with J.J. Abrams and my old high school buddy Alex Kurtzman, we are the writers of Fringe. We're here in Toronto. Day 2 of what's going to be about a 2-month shooting schedule. People here in Toronto call this moderate weather. It's 1 degree, but apparently this is very warm for this time of year. And tonight we're expecting serious snow, which hopefully will add some serious production value to everything. The scene we're shooting here is one of the first moments where our characters, Olivia and John, start to realize that maybe they're not simply on a normal national security case, and maybe it's taking them into the fringe. Often you want to start early in the shoot with some of the bigger stunts and some of the more difficult things. Sometimes it's more fun and it gets everybody together and it gets everybody kind of like jump right into the workout of production.
Essentially, they're going to blow up these labs, and what has to happen is a fire has to come out with burning debris.
There's 4 ignitions in these open doorways. They're all subsonic explosions so that they'll be loud, but they won't be really loud.
We're also lucky to be here with our director, Alex Graves. This is our genius director, Alex Graves, and our genius actor, Mark Valley.
Orci told me that, well, I don't want to get in between this with you guys, all right?
He keeps trying to change the ending. They both keep trying to change the ending, and to favor, obviously, their various strengths. They're getting ready right now to start what's going to be one of our, hopefully, feature-quality foot chases. You know, one of the things we've always tried to do in all the shows that we do is to not treat it like a TV show, but treat it very much as a feature. And that's why this is a 2-hour pilot instead of 1 hour. And it's why we're jumping right into the stunts and making sure that we have the time and the wherewithal to do them right. You're actually going to start running in the middle of what might be a snowstorm.
Yes.
How do you prepare for something like that?
Well, I stretch out. And then I have a lot of brothers, so I think about them chasing me. The thing that's going to be a real challenge is that I have to, well, I don't know if we can talk about it.
Yes, you can. This is going to be on the DVD. Right? We can say anything, right?
I'm going to dial. Not only am I going to run and dodge and do all these things, but I'm actually going to be able to dial and run and not look. That's going to be the real skill.
That is the equivalent of running and chewing gum. Actually, it's a lot harder, isn't it?
Some people say that you can look a little odd when you run. You have to run correctly for camera. So do you have a theory about that?
Yeah,
Tell me.
I generally try to keep my hands attached to my thighs.
Had you read an entire script before you actually jumped onto this, or did, as usual with all the secrecy, you were just told, will you please do it, show up in Canada, you got on a plane, here you are?
Are we in Canada? Where are we? I was gagged and blindfolded and I came out somewhere and people kept saying a boot, so I think we're in Canada. So I hadn't read the whole thing.
No, really?
No, I hadn't read I don't think I could read the whole thing.
Now that shows you the level of trust that we get from some fine folks like Jason here, who's willing to come out here and... Have you read it now?
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
I read
okay.
it now. It's very good. Have you read it?
Do you have notes?
No. I'm excited. Come on. I get to have well, now you know. I get to have a plane crash. I get to throw up on somebody. I get to pull my face off.
The studio and the network. Why don't you talk about how excited you are to be here in Toronto?
I'm so excited to be freezing in Toronto with Bob Orci and Alex Graves.
And let it never be said that the network and the studio don't get along. As you can see, they're smiling. They're sitting very close together. You know, they're laughing.
We're laughing.
I think they've been drinking.
Not yet. That'll be at 3 a.m.
So hopefully you can see from the bags under my eyes that we're here in the thick of it, of Fringe. I think we're about a week in. It's midnight already. And it's my great pleasure to introduce you, Mr. Brian Burke, our other executive producer.
Hi, America.
He just got in just 48 hours ago from 80-degree weather in Los Angeles, and he was very surprised to find out that there's snow. And how are you doing with the snow?
Nobody told me. No one told me. I'm in Toronto. It's February and it is freezing. I want to kill myself. I mean, I love Toronto, but it's not in February. Welcome to Toronto. This is where it's all happening.
Can planes fly in this?
It's chilly. It's chilly out here in Toronto. This is Fringe. This is our new world. This is where it's going to happen. This is where crazy things happen. And
You know, 3 hours ago, none of this snow was here.
none of this. None of this.
This is supposed to be doubling for Hawaii, so I don't know what we're gonna do.
That's true. Hopefully Bob can get out tomorrow.
We're in the cafeteria of the Guelph prison, which is serving as our insane asylum where we find Walter. And it's actually a pretty exciting day because this is the first day that Josh Jackson is working. He actually only got here 2 days ago. We really went right down to the wire to get him. Josh, you have a visitor. Come on out.
Thanks, I kept being there for weeks.
How are you?
I'm good.
So this is your first day on the shoot, isn't it?
Yeah, they keep me in my box until I'm allowed to come out and work.
No, I came right down to the wire. You literally came down here like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And it was very unsure whether or not you actually were going to agree to do this, weren't you?
I like the way you phrase that because it makes it seem like I was in control, so I'm not going to argue with you, but yeah, I came right down to the wire.
Now, it's been said that television can feel like prison. Why do you think they say that?
I don't know, really. It's kind of all wine and roses here on this set, and every once in a while they let me out of my box to say the words, and that's a lovely feeling.
Now, is it difficult to jump in from knowing that your life was going to go one way 3 days ago, and now you're literally going to move to Canada for a television show? Is that oh yeah.
We mentioned that.
Oh yeah. If we're lucky and it goes, we might actually have to be on it more than just the pilot. Is that a difficult adjustment? Yeah.
Well, I'm Canadian, so the move back to Canada is not so bad for me.
Wait, you're Canadian?
It's for you guys that it's going to be a bit of a shock.
Wait, hold on, you're Canadian?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll let you prepare.
Okay, yeah, just
appreciate it.
anytime you want to drop by. It gets a little-
And are you hungry? Do you need anything?
Yeah, just gruel.
Great, okay.
Bread, water.
Thanks, Josh.
Okay, bye.
Miss you guys. Bye. See ya.
Come back soon, please.
This is a scene where he meets his father right here behind me. And this is the first time that the cast, our trio, is working together. And you can see also that our production designer, Carol Spear, is someone we really admire from her work with Cronenberg. She's added these amazing tables and painted these columns to give it the feel of not exactly a so friendly insane asylum where Dr. Walter Bishop has been for 17 years. I don't know if you can see down there, but we actually have this hallway lit for daylight, even though it's actually already nighttime outside. This is one of the amazing talents of our director of photography, Michael Bonvillain, who we've worked with before on Alias and on Lost, and who actually shot Cloverfield as well. Obviously, the reason we have to do that is because here in Toronto, we only have about 8 hours of daylight, and our typical day is about 13 hours. And, you know, the reason we're all still wearing coats inside is because today I got to a low of 27 below zero with the wind chill, okay? 27 below. So even though we're in here in the walls, it's still freaking cold. The scene we're about to shoot here is the scene where finally Dr. Walter Bishop is released. And he and his son and Olivia exit, and Dr. Walter Bishop gets to see daylight for the first time in 17 years, and let's just hope he behaves himself. Well, we're really behind the scenes now. I'm surprised they even let me in. If you can see behind me here, we have an amazing new makeup effect that I've never heard of before, where instead of relying on anything like green screen or CGI, the effect of the flesh being see-through and of our characters actually melting is applied through a tattoo. How does it feel?
I told him it feels like I'm wearing frownies. You know what frownies are?
I don't.
Well, it's a thing from the 50s to keep you from wrinkling. It's a new Botox. It's all the rage. The thing is, when I get off of a plane and when I go to a set, I need a skincare system like Reactive. It keeps my skin, it takes my epidermis down past the pore level and right down to the fleshy matter. I find it dead sexy.
This is going to be an amazing effect, and that it's extremely practical. You know, a lot of the things that we love to do. It's something we've learned on Star Trek and on Alias and with J.J. Abrams, just to make the effects as practical as possible and to rely as little as possible on green screen or on any kind of, you know, you want things to feel real and not like they're just, you know, out of the blue. Hi, I'm Bob Orci. You might know me from such short DVD extra clips as Fringe Day 1, Fringe Day 2, and Fringe Day 3. And here we're standing in what we are lovingly calling Kevin's Folly. Kevin Blank, our amazing visual effects supervisor who we've worked with on Alias, has set up this amazing, gigantic, feature quality, feature size green screen room. What we're shooting here today is the dream sequence. This is not a normal dream sequence. There's a dream sequence where Olivia is going to synchronize her brainwaves with her lover, John Scott, so that she can get information from him even though he's in a coma. We try to make things as practical as possible, but some things you want the option to really get as crazy as you want to get and really make the dream feel as abstract and as beautiful as possible. I wanted to introduce you to a little something here called sides. Sides are a summary of what we're going to be shooting every day, and it basically contains all the information you need to know for the day's work. And here you see on the first page, it tells you the exact scenes that are going to be shot, including the scene numbers, and then it lists everyone in the cast, and it lists basically everything we're going to need. It's truly a snapshot, and there's a true art to putting this together. It's a snapshot of everything you'd ever need, and that's what they say when they refer to sides. So here we are on day, I don't even remember what day it is anymore because it's been so many days. The actual principal photography is done 3 times as long as your average pilot, and certainly 3 or 4 times as long as your average weekly show. Everyone survived, and we're actually back from the 30 below temperatures of Toronto, and we're here in the production offices in LA. Say that any show goes through 3 rewrites. The first time is the actual script, the second time is when it's directed, and the third time is editing. And that's what we're doing now. Follow me. This is where the final stages of the pilot will be put together. This is where it's going to be, we have probably 3 hours of footage. It's going to be edited right here until we have it down to whatever the network wants. I think it's about an hour and 40 minutes that we need with commercials, etc. And in a way, this is where it all finally comes together. We'll put the music on top of this. Any additional dialogue that has to be put on can be recorded here temporarily, and then it can go out to the actors to do in a soundstage to do it nicely. And if we're lucky, Fox picks up the show, and we get to do 20, 21 more of these. And if not, it's been a pleasure. I hope if it does get picked up that you'll get to see this video diary on DVD. And if you don't, then I'll just watch it over and over myself. Thank you.